So one thing I don't understand is that a guy will reach out to you, they'll ask you, let's say like they follow you on Instagram, they DM you and they ask you out on a date through there, okay? You let them know like you're not interested or you're just not looking at a date right now, whatever it is, okay? A month later, you realize that they're not following you on Instagram anymore, and it's obviously because that you didn't want to go out with them. And it's like, oh, so now you don't even want me in your life at all? You don't even, like, see me as someone that you would want to stay connected with? Like, it was just a one-time thing. It's a one and done. If you don't want to go out with me now, then I never want to talk to you again. Shouldn't, like, for me at least, and I think a lot of girls are this way, if I want to, like, go out with you, I could see myself potentially, like, getting to, like you. I obviously then like you as a person first and as a friend first and would have enough respect to follow you on Instagram.
Worst thing gotta be is like when you cut off and you think he's gonna chase you and he literally don't. Like, you leave him alone, he leave you alone right the back. Embarrassing.
When I friend zone boys, they move on, and I become deeply obsessed with them.
I got a girl's number.
You asked for her number.
I got her number, yes.
I'm sick right now.
Fellas, if a woman ever tells you that she is not interested and she only sees you as a friend, it does not mean try harder. We are not trying to play hard to get. We really don't like you.
It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. This is why women regret putting Mr. Right in the friend zone. I want to do this topic today because women seem to act. They put on this act like they have a problem with you not wanting to cheat yourself. You know your worth. You're not trying to sit in some woman's friend zone. They make it seem like, yo, what the hell? Like, I really care for you. You don't really care for me. You just want to get in my pants. Da, 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 da. And it's not any of that. If a man is interested in you and he's voicing it and he's being straight up and honest with you and you're telling him you don't want that, why would a man stick around in a situation where he's just going to see you be with another dude, go through breakups with other dudes, go through trauma with other dudes, or even get on and be happy with another dude? That's cool. He could do that from afar or turn his back or just go on about his business because his intentions with you are romantic. Your intentions with him are to use him as a plaything. Let's be real right now. If she didn't want to lose you, she would just be with you. That's not forcing her hand. Check it out, because whenever they fuss and kick and scream about, you should want to be friends with me because blah, 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 blah. Well, if you really don't want to lose him, why wouldn't you just be with him? But it's funny because at the end of the day, a lot of women regret the decision to not pick the guy, to not pick Mr. Right. The guy that they left in the friend zone, they regret it. So I got a couple of talking points. With that being said, let's get straight into the video. Number one, having a bond takes time. They overlook the very thing that a good relationship actually needs. Because she wants another guy, but then uses that same logic as to why you should stay friends with her. Like, we have a bond. We've been friends for so long. When a guy finally wakes up, he snaps out of it. Or even off rip when you're like, nah, I ain't with that. She's like, wait, what do you mean? Like, we can benefit each other like this? And she's not even saying it like that. I articulate myself way better than a woman trying to pull the wool over your eyes with that BS. But it's like, she's trying to frame it in a way as, you can benefit from this situation. Why don't you want to stay here? See, she wants another guy. In her head, something's building with them. But no, something's been building with you two. The time you've been sharing. You've been taking her on dates, picking her up, doing things for her. If you've ever been in the friend zone, you know what I'm talking about. You're being a gentleman to this woman. That should be building something to move in the romantic direction. Meets the other guy, and in her head, even in a shorter time, that's building with him. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't putting in half the effort. Using the same logic as to why you should be friends. No. Use that logic as to why we should be together. Don't let that go over your heads. So a relationship and a bond, it needs to be there for the relationship to flourish. You're putting in all that time and effort. She goes to another guy. See, this isn't all a winning story. No. Check this out. This is disrespect. So you're putting in that time, sitting there. Now she goes to another guy, and then another guy, and then another guy. And then all at the end of the day to regret not being with you, because that falls into number 2. The friend zone guy makes for a good boyfriend, and another girl will actually be happy with him. That's why they regret it. Because when they go through what they go through, they're like, damn, I didn't have to do that. He was there the whole time and he actually cared about me. Yes, Mr. Right, the guy in the friend zone, makes for the perfect boyfriend. That's why they're regretting it, because all the guys that they thought they could turn into the perfect boyfriend, no, they wasn't going. Don't ever sit in the friend zone and try to chase after a woman, because here's the thing. It's always going to go in your favor by you taking yourself out the situation, out the equation. You make for a good boyfriend. See, this is why they don't like when you even just turn around and walk away, when they're playing with you, but you're being really attentive and intentional, like you have good intentions, and then you go away. The reason why it kind of pisses them off is because they know they would have had you in their back pocket. And they know that that will go to another woman. And when a woman will appreciate you, you're going to even do more for that woman. And then that woman's going to benefit off of it. So it ain't like they're regretting their decision because, you know, I really wanted this thing. No. Reality showed them that they should have went in that direction. But it's not because they wanted it initially. Number 3, she didn't think that you had it in you. This is another reason why they regret. When you walk away from the friend zone, when you get into a new relationship, when you take your attention away from her, she starts to regret not even being with you in the first place. Like, why was I even, it doesn't make any sense. See, the harsh reality is the only time when it's smack dab in their face. It's the only time they will actually regret things. Because you have to understand, women don't see everything up front. They don't see everything up front. So reality has to show them by you going somewhere else, going where you're wanted, going where you're appreciated. See, when women friend zone you, they don't find you that appealing. Other guys they find appealing. They will compete for those guys. But the guys that they place in the friend zone, not that appealing. Something happens, you become appealing. Now she regrets the decision. But she didn't think you had it in you in the beginning. For all my men who say, I ain't doing that, kudos to you. For all my men who have been in the friend zone and have been watching a woman go through guy after guy after guy after guy. And then you're finally like, you know what? I'm disrespecting myself. And you walked away. I respect you for that, brother. You respect yourself. Very respectable. They only regret this, right? When you actually walk away, when you just show her with your actions that you're not a goofy, lame dude. And then that's when she's like, well, why don't you want to be friends with me? After everything we've been through, you're making it sound like we're together. And that's something you told me basically with your actions that we will never be. Number 4, women can only miss you when you're absent. So even if she doesn't see you in this way, this goes back to something happens and then you go from unappealing to appealing. Women can only miss you in your absence, so you have to go away anyway. There's a lot of guys who fight with this. Damn, I really do want to be friends with her. We do get along great, but I have these feelings for her. In any situation with a woman, right, who doesn't view you a certain way, doesn't value you, you have to give absence. You have to go away. You have to give silence, because in those moments, she doesn't know where she stands with you. So she reflects. And I know what you're thinking. A lot of girls, nah, they just go on about their business. Yes, but within going on about their business, certain things happen in there that cause them to reflect. Take an honest look at themselves. So when you go bye-bye, she starts to see you differently. He respects himself. What was it about me that I wasn't seeing? Not what was it about him? Because remember, Mr. Right, a bunch of guys in the friend zone would do anything for a woman. The woman that they're interested in, they will do anything, be there for her. Shoulder to cry on, come pick her up, come drop her off, go on dates, do all of this stuff, right? And the thing is, women don't appreciate it. But then when you go, all right, like I'm good, they start to think about it like, damn, that's attention I'm losing. That's comfort I'm losing. All of this stuff that they're losing, but they don't think about it, because when you're in the friend zone, 9 times out of 10, a lot of guys, they just act very nice, they act very beta. So a woman gets used to this energy. So she's like, he won't go anywhere. He won't go anywhere. I got him. Look, it's so real, right? I'll never forget that one time. This story always sticks out like a sore thumb to me. I run down on a woman. I get her number. There's a dude with her. He's screw-faced at me a little bit. They walk away, and I hear her telling him, no, you can pay for the ice cream later, because what she was paying for, she paid for. She's like, nah, you could get the ice cream later. See, even little actions like that, they know that you want them so bad that they're like playing with you. Like, who would say that? Like the way she said it and her mannerisms, like, nah, don't worry about it. You could buy the ice cream later. Like, don't feel any type of way that I just paid for my own stuff. You'll have the ability to pay for something for me later. Guys, this is insanity. Insanity. So when you go bye-bye, she's like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. That's why the regret comes in. Number 5, feelings are kicked in. Feelings kick into women when you respect yourself. That's why I tell you guys, don't argue with them. Don't go back and forth with them. Let them know that they actually sound ludicrous. Do not. Because it actually triggers emotions in them, certain emotions. That's why you can't be nice to a woman all across the board. She got to understand that, like, okay, he won't just go for anything that triggers something inside of her. I'll show him. Damn, he get on my nerves. If a woman ever says he gets on my nerves, I hate him. That's a good thing. This motherfucker get on my nerves. Like, he hate him. Like, ooh, but I love him. That's what it means. So when you show indifference, it triggers something in them. I'm not playing no friend zone. What the hell is wrong with you? I want to be with you. I'm a man. I don't do that. Women don't understand this because most men who play the friend zone, they don't operate like that. Like, she could even be trying to lead you to it, but once you notice it, cut it off quick. Nah, I ain't doing that. You tripping. I don't want to be friends with you. I want you. I'm not about to play these games with you. I'll be less of a man if I sat up here and accepted being friends with you when I know I want more. A woman will respect that. If you actually said that to a woman, she will respect it. Whether she obliged, took you up on your offer or not, you just walk away. She has no choice but to respect it. I keep telling you, you even approach a woman. She says, oh, no, thank you. All right, well, you have a good one. Walk away. She got no choice but to respect it because you're respecting yourself. You keep chasing her. No, but you can't have friends, though. Nah, but I'm saying I'm only in town for a week. So, like, you know, we could make this happen. Like, I don't know when I'm going to see you again. And you just keep chasing and chasing. You don't respect yourself. And neither does she. She's looking at you like you're a clown. But when you're like, all right, have a good one. And you walk away. Head held high. Walking away like a man. You signal you're the man. You don't need something to go in your favor for it to tell you who you are as a man. When you show that indifference to women, especially trying to put you in the friend zone, oh, it triggers something. Remember what I said, guys. Situations where you go from unappealing to appealing. Number 6, women are sore losers in dating. They can't understand it. This is especially going to happen when you move on, when you get a new woman and that woman likes you. Like, you can obviously tell she likes you. Women are always searching social media. They'll be searching on your social media. When you're friends with them, you fall back. Yeah, they'll be still looking at you. If your page is public, even if she unfollows you, you unfollow her, they'll see things. And it's like, damn, what was I missing? Especially if she looked good. Especially if she's on her level. She's like, damn, what was I missing? Because they look happy together. Is this 100% of the time? No, but this is a lot of the times where women start to have that regret creeping in because he looks like he's getting along with her. Well, what was I missing here? What was I missing here? I'll give you a story, for example. There was this one chick. She was going out with she liked my friend at first too, but I think that fizzled out. And then she went with another dude while I was actively trying to pursue her. So I said, okay, I fell back. Her and that guy don't work out. Me and her end up hooking up. And I'll never forget the feeling inside of my gut when I actually got what I wanted. We're hooking up. And then I'm like, yo, I got to leave. And I ended up dipping out the situation. I went to my boy's house. And I'm like, yo, I got to leave. And as I'm walking, because this is before I had a car or whatever. I'm pretty young. And I'm walking and I'm thinking to myself, did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? And I'm like, what is this feeling that I'm getting? But at the same time, did I do the right thing? And the feeling that I was getting was, you don't even want her anymore. This is the first time I ever experienced this feeling. And I was so thirsty for this chick. It's like, you don't want her anymore. Because we was always friends and I was trying to wait my turn. And just this feeling in my gut was like, yo, am I doing the right thing? But then there was the other part that was like, you don't really want her like that because you would have never did something like that before. Because I noticed she wanted my friend. When I was first trying to get at her, I said, okay, I fell back. Played the friend zone a little bit. Then she ended up getting with another dude. Fell back. Still tried to interact a little bit. Then she finally penciled me in for a chance. And then I felt as though I was blowing it. But then I'm like, no, I'm not blowing it. I don't even want this chick no more. The hell is wrong with me? And then when I felt back, she started acting weird. This is what I mean about the whole like sore loser thing. Sore loser thing. In her mind, it's like, nah, I'm finally giving you a chance. Like, you should want to fuck with me. And I'm like, in my head, like, nah, I can't. But she didn't like that. That's that sore loser energy because they don't get it. Who are you to be walking away? Who are you to be respecting yourself? Yeah, you might have had to wait between him and him and him, but so what? You're getting a shot now. And when you say no, you see it like they're just like irritated with you. But that's because they're sore losers. And they honestly knew that you would have made for a good boyfriend off the rip. Number 7, let's get into the nitty gritty right now. The friend zone guy, Mr. Right guy, becomes hot. Becomes hot. Another story for you. Another story for you. There was this one chick I was really into. And I used to take food from my fridge and walk it to her house and cook the food, make the food, host this chick. Like, even though I was going to her house, you know, bringing the food from my freezer, going to her house, paying for Ubers, doing all of this simp, nice guy, beta male stuff. Guys, this is what I'm saying. I went through all of this stuff. That's why I know what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, for this chick to just drop me like a hot potato. When I'm telling you, I forgot how long ago that was, but 2020, guys, my profile picture, 2020. And I still held it up till this day, 2020. Finally jumped back on Instagram. I took a social media break. Chick was all over me trying to get at me. What? The friend zone, the nice guy, whoever. I don't care if you're with her. Me and her were having sex. See, this is different, but it's all under the same umbrella. The nice guy, the guy that she's having sex with, but she's trying to be single at the same time. All of this stuff. It's funny how they become sure. It's funny how they become sure once you boss up, once you become hot, once you become sexy, once you drop the weight, once you start looking like somebody, once you start filling out. If you're younger, once you catch a growth spurt, everything. Once you level up, they're like, wait a minute. And then here's the kicker. They'll come back around hoping you're the same person. But this is why I tell you, change your mind and change your body. Because they're both one, the two move as one now. So if you're physically stronger, you're mentally stronger, you've learned from your mistakes. Nah, I ain't dealing with her. Why the hell would I deal with her? See, the friend zone guy becomes hot. And now she wants a taste. Now she wants that for herself, but it can't go like that. You can go over, you come over, what you gonna bring over here? What you gonna do? You gonna do something? You gonna do something? All right, go away. That's exactly what I thought. Just go away. See, when the friend zone guy becomes hot, he becomes different, but she still hopes that he's the same so she can get the difference. You understand? He went from 0 to hero. Now, hopefully, mentally, he still is 0. So I'll seep my way back in because there's been history there. This is why I tell you guys, forget the history. Forget we've been through so much. This is why they try to do this to you. You don't want to be friends. You don't want to stick around after everything we've been through. They always try to use this history to keep you involved. And if you believe in the history, you'll walk right back into the same trap. But this time you're a more sexually appealing dude. This time you're a more well-versed dude. You're well put together now. So she can benefit off of that. That's why she's coming back around. But guess what? You became a more appealing dude. You went from unappealing to appealing. Remember this. This is the same thing. Let's focus. Unappealing to appealing. That's why she's trying to get a hit. Number 8. Another big reason why they regret it. The friend zone guy was never ashamed of her and her flaws. See, pricks, players, bad boy, whatever you want to even categorize it as, these dudes use it against them. That's how it gets them right. That's why they feel insecure. But see, the friend zone guy, the Mr. Right guy, he never held it against her. Things that a lot of guys would hold against, he never held it against her. Just wanted to be with her. Want to nurture, want to take care of the chick. But see, she went with the guy who uses it against her. In an argument, anything to hold over her head. So the power dynamic is, don't ever think that you could come at me because remember when you did X, Y, and Z. They like these guys. They like guys that put that pressure on them. It's like almost they only respect pressure in that way. Nice guy wasn't about to hold her to no standard of, you know, your flaws and this make you a bad candidate. No, if anything, you're not perfect. And I like that about you. But see, she ain't want the nice guy. She didn't want Mr. Right. She wanted to go over here. Trust and believe, I've been a piece of crap before. I've had a lot of friends that run game on women to be a piece of crap before. This method of strategy has women stay in place when you use their flaws and insecurities against them. The nice guy wasn't about to do all that. The nice guy was going to try to elevate her. The nice guy was going to try to make her see the best in herself. And when they don't have anybody there that they say like, damn, like, why can't I find a guy like that? They think back, oh. The nice guy wasn't about to hold her to standards for flaws and things that she couldn't change. See, the guy that she really want, he does. And it hurts. But it keeps her in place because she's always fighting for his validation. But with the nice guy, she never had to fight at all. But that's why they regret it, bro. Number 9, she ran out of options. Simply put, she ran out of options. So what you need to understand is when she's run out of options, she has no problem coming back to you. A lot of guys think that women are so stubborn that they won't do it. Bro, when they get to a point where enough is enough and they're really looking for somebody, they will double back around to you. Falling into number 10, when Mr. Right bosses up. I know guys think, no, their ego, they won't. When a guy bosses up, she's hoping that he's still dumb. Because if he's still dumb, she can reap the benefits off of his thirst and him being stupid. You know how many couples are out there where the guy's like, yeah, I don't know what she sees in me. You know, she was always dating this guy and dating this guy and dating this guy. And then eventually, you know, I just stuck around and she finally chose me. You know where that comes from? He wanted her so bad. He played the friend zone. He stuck around. He helped her out with cash. He gave her rides. He was the shoulder to cry on. Talking about other dudes. He was doing all of this stuff. He waited for his turn. She gave him the opportunity. Finally, he took it, and now he's walking around. Same type of guy. Yo, you know, yeah, me and my wife, she's mad at me right now. I'm sleeping in the doghouse. You know what I mean, right, man? Like, no, I don't know what you mean. That shit is whack. What are you talking about? These guys are the guys that operate that way. You ever see a woman disrespecting her man in public? You ever see a woman screaming on her man, looking at him with some type of disdain, like looking at him like, I got to do everything myself. Giving that energy towards her husband, 9 times out of 10, it was a dude in the friend zone that was thirsty for her. And she couldn't get the guy that she really wanted, so she settled with this clown. Who do you want to be? The decision is yours. If you're in this situation right now, if you've ever been in this situation right now, get in the comment section. Let men know this is real, because there's going to be men out there that say, well, there's no problem with a woman having male friends. There ain't no problem, but it just ain't going to happen with a guy who respects himself that's actually interested in her sexually and romantically. And that's just the facts. So this was why women regret putting Mr. Right in the friend zone. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy, Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.